No kidding, you guys. It's peak day here at FedEx. It also happens to be Cyber Monday. 22 million packages will be shipped through FedEx in North America today alone. We're going to learn all the ins and outs. We're here at the Vancouver hub. Stick around for more packing goodness. Yes, we've got all your shipping needs here today, guys. We're at FedEx. It just happens to be Cyber Monday and peak day, the busiest day of the year for FedEx, right, Cameron?
It sure is.
How many packages worldwide today?
Well, we're expecting to move about 22 million today globally.
And what are the factors that go into making today the busiest of the year?
Well, I mean, it is our peak season.
Yeah.
It's December. We're starting in. We just finished U.S. Thanksgiving. We've got Cyber Monday today, which is a really big day. We're expecting 60% of BC consumers to shop online today, so that's obviously going to drive what we're seeing as well.
That's amazing. Are we seeing the numbers of online shopping go up incrementally each year?
Of course we are.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, globally, we've noticed in the last few years that there's been an increase. If you talk to anyone that looks at those numbers, the economists, they're going to say that it's going up and up. I think we're expecting by 2015, 2016, somewhere in the neighborhood of $1 trillion in online sales. So it's not stopping.
Huge business. Thanks, Cameron. Okay, I'll get you to stand aside because I'm going to go talk to Natasha now, and we're going to actually sort of look at some of the shipping. Now, Natasha, what is it over here that you do? It's part of the tracking, the sorting?
Yes, so this is our Purple Lights document sorting system.
Okay.
What we do here is take all the documents that come through BC, and we sort them in here based on the location.
Okay, so how does it work? You just put it...
Yeah, so all you have to do is take a document, scan it, and then the machine actually tells you where to put it.
And it actually tells you the number. Can I try one?
Definitely. Here you go.
Okay, guys, I'm just trying to sort these out.
Maybe a little bit closer up high. There you go. And
6, okay?
6.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Very
That's
cool.
all you gotta do.
Thanks a lot. I'll take that off, you guys. We're at FedEx all morning long. It's their busiest day of the year. 22 million packages worldwide today, they're projecting. That's right, guys. It's the busiest day of the year at FedEx. 22 million projected packages will be shipped today worldwide. We're here in the Vancouver hub, and coming up after the break, we're going to learn about how they take the cans off the airplane, those big metal cases, and load them on here for tracking and shipping and all your delivery needs. We're at FedEx all morning long. Yes, hello guys, we're at FedEx. Cameron, this is the busiest day of the year for you guys. Cyber Monday, it's the Christmas season, and tell us about what's happening here today, why it's so busy.
What we're seeing here today, you know, we're wrapping up for our peak season.
Yeah.
It's our busiest week of the year. We're expecting to ship 85 million packages globally, 85 million shipments, 22 million today.
Wow.
What you're seeing here is our AM sort offload. We've got our teams here unloading our cans, which arrived in on our international and domestic planes.
Yeah, okay, so the cans are actually what will be on the plane themselves, right?
That's correct.
Like, then they're sort of, the shape of them is conducive to like the fuselage or the shape of a plane.
Absolutely. We want to maximize every square inch of our vehicles, of our aircraft.
Yeah.
We want to get as much on board as possible.
And even that comes down to the way you stack the boxes in the metal can, so they're not, you know, shifting around, or you want to make sure you get as much in there as you can, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So they get loaded off the actual planes on the tarmac, which we'll probably be talking about in a little bit, and then they come in here, and then so there's just these different stations where you're just unloading them.
That's correct. I mean, the cans come in mixed, so they're going to all different locations in BC.
Yeah.
And then you'll see them moving in both directions. So some are going to Vancouver Island, some are going to the Lower Mainland, and a bulk of them are going into Vancouver and Burnaby and places like that.
And this facility here, the hub in Vancouver here, we're in Richmond, but it's a well-oiled machine here. I mean, how many employees do you have working here?
Well, we've got over 300 employees. You know, they're delivering on the Purple Promise every day.
Yeah.
And these guys and gals here are making every FedEx experience outstanding as a result.
Very cool. I'm really into learning about, you know, I get packages on my desk at work, and now seeing the process of how it actually gets there is fascinating. So thanks a lot, Cameron.
Very welcome.
All right, guys, more to come. We're at FedEx all morning long at the hub here in Richmond by the airport. Check it out. We're right outside the Airbus here, the FedEx plane. They got the fleet here. We're on the tarmac. It's windy. It's cold. Debbie, tell us all about this big beast here. I mean, how many packages, in terms of volume and weight, how much does this hold?
Well, it's the Airbus A300. It brings in about 100,000 pounds of freight between all of the space we have at the top of the aircraft and the belly compartments, which you can't see right now.
Yeah.
So it holds a great deal.
So what is your job here? You're the ramp supervisor of the planes here, right?
That's correct. And essentially, I'm responsible for the offload of these aircraft, making sure that the freight gets in to be sorted for our customers, and that we have a safe and efficient operation every day.
It's pretty amazing. Teo, I don't know if you can, but try and go inside, and we'll stay out here where it's cold, but he's going inside where it's warm. And, it looks like a normal plane with typical compartments, but when you actually go in, there's this huge space, and that is essentially, it's empty now because they've all done their job, but that's where all the metal cases, the cans will be, right?
That's right. In lay terms, they call them igloos, but they're actually what we call devices, and a variety of shapes and sizes, but all the packages and the freight that we move go inside those to be transported inside the aircraft.
And how many planes would make up the fleet here at the hub in Richmond?
Well, we get 3 heavy aircraft 6 days a week, and you're looking at all of them right now. Yeah. We also do some smaller aircraft for our feeder markets, which hold a smaller amount of freight, but they're going to smaller locations such as Victoria, Kelowna, Kamloops, but it keeps us pretty busy.
Yeah, and Mateo, that little prop one there, that actually goes to Kamloops, so you do have the smaller carriers that will go to those other routes, right?
Yes, we do, and that's just to facilitate getting the freight there so that we can meet our service commitments in the morning.
Yeah, very cool. Thanks a lot, Debbie. So that's the ins and outs of the planes on the tarmac, you guys. We got one more segment to come here at FedEx. Fascinating stuff, learning all the ins and outs of how that package you get at your home or your office actually does get there.
It doesn't work like magic. There are hard people working hard to do this.
That's right, guys. We're here at FedEx. It's the busiest day of the year for them. It just happens to be Cyber Monday, and it's peak day. 22 million packages in the world today expected to be sent. And this is the last mile. We've seen it come off the airplane. We've seen it get shipped. And now this is where it all goes and gets loaded into the trucks and comes to you. We'll learn about that coming up. The busiest day of the year, and that was a perfect song to lead us into. Thanks a lot, guys. We're at FedEx, and Cameron, this is the last mile where this stuff, we've seen it come off the plane, we've seen it get sorted, and then it comes along these conveyor belts and gets loaded into the trucks that we see everywhere around town, right?
That's right. This is what we call the final mile.
Yeah.
So you've shipped it through, it's made it here to destination, and it's going right to the customer. So when you get that package at home, you're given that signature. It's these couriers that are bringing that to the door.
And we've seen the epic journey that these packages go through. And Mateo, get a shot in one of the trucks if you can. The strategy of sort of packing it as much as you can and to maximize the space, that's a big part of it as well, right?
Absolutely. I mean, the vehicles are all different sizes, but we are limited on space.
Yeah.
So the couriers know what their areas are. They know which postal codes they're supposed to take. So they're segregating their shipments on different shelves by different postal codes and in stop order.
And we're talking about packages that go all over the world here, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
The volume that comes in here is mainly for Vancouver and the lower mainland.
For the trucks.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you have anything from 180 West 2nd, I can just take it back with me to the station.
Perfect. You'll help us out. You're hired.
And I get to keep the vest?
Sure.
Well, we've had an amazing time here, Cameron. Thanks for showing us the ins and outs. And every time I do get a package now and people at home, remember where it came from because it is quite the journey.
Yeah, and just one last thing to remember.
Yeah.
It is peak season. Monday, December the 23rd is the last day to ship, and we will be delivering the Purple Promise on Christmas Eve, which is the 24th.
Excellent. There you go. You heard it from him, the man for himself from FedEx. Okay, thanks a lot, you guys. We've had a great time here all morning learning about FedEx and all the ins and outs of Christmas delivery.